There's Steele, Do You Really Have to Go with the Fireman and Company in the midday. Steele, I can tell that, I mean, there is definite feeling in that when you were writing that and singing that.
Thank you.
I mean,
Appreciate it.
That's got to be coming from the heart.
Yeah, it always comes from the heart. If I start to write a song, and I get any more than an hour into it and I'm not at least half done, it's over. You know, for me, it's like, okay, now I have to think about this, right?
Right.
Instead of just delivering, you know, it's just like singing it, it's just like writing it. And most hits are like, you know, most hits are hit writers write like that, and then there are some that's like, yeah, we've been working on this song for 6 weeks, and I'm like, oh, how could you do that? It would drive me crazy.
Then it just beleaguers the point, and
right.
Yeah, but now you write from the heart, but you've got a big heart. You enjoy giving back to others.
I do, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the concert in Vietnam.
Well, I was chosen to perform in an international festival, a music festival in Vietnam, the first of its kind, and they took a male and a female from 70 countries.
Oh, wow.
Out of, you know, thousands of applications, in Canada, hundreds. I was chosen as the male, above Paul Brandt, above Bryan Adams, above, they chose me, so that was huge for me.
Yeah.
Well, then the festival got canceled.
Oh,
and so
man.
I was like, yeah, what do we do? So I was like, to my manager, I was like, why don't we go and do a benefit concert? And Vietnam being a communist country, benefit is just not a word in their vocabulary. So they were so shocked and surprised and open-armed the whole idea. And so 27 hours on a plane, we flew over and walked off the plane in like a ball cat and scruff because it was a 27-hour flight, not expecting to walk out of the airport with like 10 supermodels with holding bunches of roses and 200 media people and a stretch limousine. And I was like, I probably should have shaved. And so, you know, then we did a concert in Saigon, which is now Ho Chi Minh City, and one in Hanoi. They were sellout concerts. We raised $120,000.
Wow.
We took a bus south of Saigon to the Mekong Delta region, the Kulong River, where there was a huge flood. That's why the festival was canceled. I should have mentioned that. Which affected hundreds of families. But there were 400 families in this one community that were completely wiped. You know, the water went 8 feet high. And 400 families, like, so one family, they lost all of their parents. The other family lost all of their kids.
Oh my goodness.
So it was like devastation. So we stopped on the way, and we bought $20,000 worth of like toiletries, baby necessities, just life essentials, which is like, you know, $9 million worth of stuff in Vietnam because it's so cheap. And we packed that in a bus. We drove south. We got in 2 big boats. We went up the river about 2 hours, and the 400 families stood on the bank of the river and met me there. Wow. And we took the $100,000 and divided that up into 400 envelopes, and I personally handed out to each family an envelope of cash and a bag of stuff. And just those people were so grateful, like just shaking my hand and crying and didn't want to let go of my hand because this is just, you know, this is an act of God for them that someone has come and taken. So gratifying. Just and life-changing, actually, really life-changing.
That's super.
That's what, you know, I need to make it because that's the type of person I am. I just like to help. And help at home, too, you know. Right.
It just presented itself to do it there because
absolutely.
the concert had been canceled.
Yeah, and it was a great opportunity. It was great exposure for me.
Sure, and a great need.
And a great need, yeah.
More important than anything.